rolling, y'all.
Welcome to Late Night with Michael Pictionary.
I'm just an idiot.
What a revelation of 2024 already.
Welcome to another episode of Movies Worth Seeing. I'm joined by 80. You're the Gus to my Jack Delroy. Yeah, today we're reviewing Late Night with the Devil.
Did you knock him dead?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was an experience.
The spirit needs to talk to you. Who are you?
Essentially, this movie is set in the 70s, the late 70s, and we're like following Jack Delroy, who's kind of like a competitor to the late, great Johnny Carson. Kind of like set the standard for the late night show host. And unfortunately, it's gone downhill completely in recent years with James Corden. Oh my God. I don't know how that dude got a show.
Why do you call him that?
Anyway, the landscape was different then. You had Johnny Carson and like everyone's kind of vying for that title of being the number one, like the king of the late show. And Jack Delroy is a man who will stop at nothing to reach number one. And
it's so interesting to see how he does it because it's very conflicting with his personality.
yeah,
It's like he's actually a very nice and he's a caring guy, but his obsession of getting to that point really contradicts with his personality and his character.
And thank you for allowing me into your living rooms once again.
the thing that this did really well, this movie, was you cared about Jack Delroy. He doesn't come across as like a one-dimensional late show host that's like, I'm all about the ratings and like he doesn't come across as like this egomaniac over-the-top caricature. Like you feel that there is some layers to him and emotional depth where, yeah, there's that inner conflict of like, I know this is the wrong thing to do, but if this doesn't work out, like the show's gone, my career's gone.
We all know how important it is to keep our sponsors and affiliates happy, but in my humble opinion, there is only one person who really matters in this whole darn crazy business. And that is you, our viewer.
Yeah, I just love that the 70s aesthetic for this movie.
Well, the whole thing was filmed in one location.
Yeah.
One location. You see the whole place. You turn around, there's the audience. You turn this way, is the stage. You walk past the stage to the backstage, and that's it.
It's a one set movie.
I love it.
This could work as a play, for example, because of that. And that would be exciting to see this converted into a play.
The people have spoken.
Reminded me of the old 70s sitcoms, TV shows. Like it has that cheesy kind of aesthetic. Even the jokes that they make are very like timely to the period that it's set in.
And still funny, still hilarious.
Yeah, but it's funny. Like it gives this movie this dark satirical kind of edge where sometimes you're laughing and then you're like, this is really disturbing and creepy, and then it rides that fine line.
Please stay tuned for a live television first as we attempt to commune with the devil. But not before a word from our sponsors.
Those late shows from the 70s, it just seems like an innocent, happy-go-lucky time. And to put an exorcism and all this satanic stuff provides this great contrast.
Good to see you again, Jack.
Lily, return to me.
I loved it.
Yeah. No, I loved it too. The great thing is it's simple. It's just very simple filmmaking. It is not complicated. Yeah, simple hour and a half. It has no unnecessary bits in it. It's nice to the point. It's a nice build-up. No false climaxes or anything. It was just straight to the point. It was simple. It was entertaining. And you get what you expect.
This doesn't have that stupid kind of viewpoint of like, this is the modern view of the 70s. No,
Exactly.
you felt like this was the authentic view of the 70s.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be right back after these messages.
And cut.
Did you like it? Like some of the effects did come off kind of cheesy, but it also worked.
Well, the whole part with the worms, I'm not sure if it was meant to look like it came from the 70s, because that was pretty shitty CGI.
How the hell should I know?
I love the vocal delivery of what's that actor's name? David Dashmalchian.
Davo.
He killed it in this movie. You could tell he studied lots of late night show hosts and just his demeanor. Even when he's backstage or when the cameras are off, he still kind of retains it.
You play the aw shucks Midwesterner so well, Jack. That bit about Madeline and your secret nickname, very impressive.
I would compare him with Robert De Niro in The Joker. Not to say they're similar. They're very different. Robert De Niro's host was an archetype created in the mind of Arthur. He was meant to serve that kind of purpose of being an absolute dick. Where as the host of Jack Elroy, it wasn't just an archetype, it was an actual person. He has ups and downs. You saw his moments. He had depth. He should, because he's the protagonist.
Well, you see moments where he actually looks concerned for people.
What are you talking about?
There are only 3 ways he could have known about that.
Is he going to reach a point where he's going to say, we need to stop what we're doing because this is going too far? The whole time you're kind of rooting for him to reach that point.
That's the fun bit, because like you wanted both. You wanted to get to the point of like, okay, you should actually call it, mate. But then the other end's like, I want to see what happens. I want to see this devil. Is it actually the devil, or is it like, what is it?
You're almost like us as the audience are in the same position of like, I do want to call it off, but that is really freaking cool.
The people have spoken.
I don't know, like from our point of view, we're like, because we're not famous people or anything
Not yet.
like that. So
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Share. Yeah. Hey, share. Make us famous.
maybe we'll
Top
get
of the
a
charts.
late show host where we can perform an exorcism on someone.
I will perform an exorcism on Michael once we get 1 million views. No idea how, but I'll do my research.
We'll live stream an exorcism.
The people have spoken.
Like roll your eyes at the back of your head. Yeah. Interesting point that does bring up the striving for fame, like the idea of like selling your soul for fame. I love that in a movie that's set in the 70s, like it's such a prominent theme, but it's even more prominent now. I mean, everywhere you look, social media. Yeah, I can just enjoy the obscurity of knowing that I'm never going to be famous. Nor would I want to be famous, really.
Don't forget, share. Make us famous. Famous?
Yeah, like, share, and subscribe. Let's get 5,000 subscribers. It's not like Tarantino's going to fucking watch this.
Let's make Quentin Tarantino watch this podcast. Help us. You
Help
know him?
us.
Send it through.
Tag him in something.
Make us famous.
Important to keep an open mind.
And you also say like this voice, this producer kind of voice, just being like, man, who the fuck cares?
I know,
we just
right?
want the fucking ratings. Like that guy was an over the top kind of stereotype.
That was over the top stereotype, but also actually, yeah, I don't know. It's actually entertaining because he was like, he wasn't acting as a stereotype. He was like, nah, just completely blasé to anything that happens. Guys, that was amazing performance. All right, let's go. So after the show, this happens.
Get him to his dressing room now. And someone just clean up all this mess.
What's wrong with you?
Well, that guy's just totally disenfranchised. He's totally sold his soul to the devil already, pretty much.
Jack Elroy.
He already sold his soul, and the price was his wife just suddenly got cancer, even though she was like healthy as.
June says that everyone has a demon inside them, but we can't always control them, can we?
You're going on their journey of seeing like how much can they take before they become morally corrupted.
Jack Elroy.
I think his performance just really hooks you in. You can tell he's hurting. As soon as you see him, you understand like, oh, I can see why this guy is a late show host and why he's loved by people. And I think that because he's so likable, you're almost like heartbroken in a way of like, oh, I really liked this guy. Like I was hoping he wasn't going to be like that. Even though obviously you want to see the excitement of the demon just unleashing, causing shit. So that is a testament to David's acting.
Yeah.
I love this character they bring on the show who's just, his sole purpose is just trying to debunk every paranormal thing that happens.
You no more have the power of divination than I resemble Burt Reynolds. You, sir, like me, are a liar.
A dig at Hollywood saying like they already know the devil because they're all entertainers, performers, and it's kind of like all of them have already sold their souls to some degree.
In the delusion that we have at the end where he goes on the trip, it's audience members who are in the woods with him. So what you're saying actually is done. So I think is the gentleman's club, all these audience members, all the people from Hollywood, as you described it, they're there. They're probably part of that club who all sold their souls to the devil.
This is the type of film that you watch and then you immediately go to YouTube and you go, I want to watch a breakdown of this. I want to understand every little nugget, every little bit of symbolism, metaphors. I want to see it all. I want to know what I missed. And I love that.
Michael,
Yes.
for our audience member, how would you rate this movie from a 1 to 5?
I'd say like a 4.5.
Wow.
I want to go watch it again. I had no idea where it was going to go or what it was going for, but by the end, it kind of made sense. What is your final rating?
I would say it's 3.5 stars.
Oof.
It's simple. It's classic. I think it can be a timeless horror. My gut tells me I would rate this a 3.5, but I'm not quite sure why. Well, first of all, I'm not a big fan of horror. It was good. It was captivating, but it lacked something. It lacked the oomph.
It was built up for so long that when the ending was coming, you were expecting something really big and you were kind of let down by it.
Yeah, a little bit anticlimactic. It was a very quick, swift ending. Yeah, and slightly confusing. I'm open to have my mind changed. And please, anybody in the comments, let me know if I'm completely wrong. Set me straight. Please do. Nothing wrong with the movie. It's just the movie itself. I would give it a 3.5.
You start to piece together your own interpretation and you're like, that makes a lot of sense. This actually, I'm just an idiot.
What a revelation of 2024 already.
Anyone that watches it won't be disappointed, I feel.
Yeah, agree.
Might be confused, but not disappointed.
Quite confused.
Yeah. So that is our review of Late Night with the Devil. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe so that we can become
Famous
late night hosts one day and sell our souls to the devil. I've done lots of other things for the devil, but I haven't sold my soul yet.
Share. Make us famous. Famous?
You're not gonna dead.